Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
I was cleaning, vacuuming the room, a carpet corner caught in the vacuum, burning rubber, a cracking sound, the motor faltered, investigation found I'd broken something fragile, shining, some little plastic part. The little plastic part makes the whole thing work, designed by its creator to snap off with a jerk, leave the whole thing worthless. It's never gonna start, 'cause there is no replacement for that little plastic part. There's good news, bad news, your stuff can be repaired, but it'll cost more than it's worth to get inside of there. There's tabs and switches, buttons, belts and springs, and chintzy hinges infesting everything. The gear that doesn't ratch, the catch that doesn't catch it when it falls apart. The little plastic part that makes the whole thing work, designed by its creator to snap off with a jerk, leave the whole thing worthless. It's never gonna start, 'cause there is no replacement for that little plastic part. The little plastic part was once a dinosaur. It could be anything, it's just a metaphor, 'cause everything has got one part of the grand design. The straw that breaks the camel, and I've discovered mine. I wrote a letter. Did you get it? I told you I loved you. I don't regret it, but I didn't hear from you, birthday or Valentine. I'm a little slow. It took me a little time, but I finally got a clue what to expect from you. You didn't break my heart. Just a little plastic part makes the whole thing work, designed by its creator to snap off with a jerk and leave the whole thing worthless. It's never gonna start, 'cause there is no replacement for that little plastic part. For that little plastic part. For that little plastic part.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks very much.
The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Lippman. Our guest is Martin Swinger.
Ralph,
Welcome
thank
to
you.
the show.
Thanks very much. It's a real honor to be here.
What a sad song.
I'm sorry.
Sad
Well, at least
and
it
funny
starts
at
out
the same
funny. Yeah,
Very touching.
Yeah, well, thanks very much. It really started out with a real vacuum cleaner. I had the vacuum cleaner to prove it. I've kept that, but the more I worked on it, the more I thought, you know, this is really a bigger story. There's really a bigger story to it.
Great.
Well, thanks very much. Thanks. I'm glad you liked it.
So you reside in Maine?
I do. I live in Maine most of the time. Most of the time I live in Maine. I've been there for about 20 years, but I'm very lucky to have a house down here in Asbury Park as well. So I'm able to get down and get to know the wonderful people of the Folk Project, and very excited about that. I've made a lot of new friends, and so it's been a lot of fun.
Great.
Been a lot of fun.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thanks. Thanks. It's an honor to be here.
What else would you like to play for us?
Wow. I'd like to do a whole bunch of things. Is that okay?
Sure.
I should do them one at a time, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll do it one at a time. One of the things that I do, to be a musician, to survive as a musician, you have to wear a lot of different hats. And one of the things that I do is I go into schools and teach songwriting to kids, kindergarten through 5th grade. And
Great.
my idea is that the way the ABC song helped us remember our ABCs, we need 1 million more songs like that to help kids remember their information. And so what I do is I go into the classroom and we decide what lesson that they're studying that they could use a song about, and I'll interview them and I ask a lot of stupid questions, and they have to make the information clear to me, and I write it all on the board. And then we pick a tune that they're all familiar with, and I draw a blank version of the song on the board, show them where the rhymes are, and that way we're all on the same page about constructing the song. I was working with this 4th grade class up in Maine, and they were studying the digestive system. I was a little concerned about what they were going to put in their digestive system song. We had quite a few discussions, but this is what came out of it. Digestive system is the thing that gives us our nutrition. We use it every time we eat. Here's its composition. First the teeth chew up and down, tongue moves food around. Food gets softened with saliva, need to get it down. Muscles in your esophagus push the food down more to the stomach where the juices really start to pour. Small intestine breaks the food down, turns it into energy, so blood vessels carry it all throughout me. Finally, the large intestine pushes through the body, squeezes with its muscles, and waste goes in the potty. Thanks.
Great.
Thanks very much. I was real pleased. And what was cool, though, was those kids ran out on the playground and started saying, hey, let me sing the digestive system song. They all passed the test. But this is what I do. I've got a whole website dedicated to that. I'm actually talking to some schools up in Morristown about maybe doing some work with them in the fall. Year before last, I got to work for about 2 months with the Asbury Park school systems and did songwriting with all those kids. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's very rewarding work. It's
I
really,
bet.
really very exciting. Very exciting stuff.
So for people who want to find out more about that, they can go to martinswinger.com.
You can go to martinswinger.com, and then if you're interested in the children's music and family music, you can just go to, it'll
Click on
say
the
right
link.
there, it'll take you to a link. I've got 2 websites, one for grown-up music and one for the children's music and family music. That one is swingersongwriter.com. But you can find either one from either one. You can just go Google Swinger, and you'll end up in all kinds of interesting places. But if you Google Martin Swinger, you'll find me all over the place. I got YouTube stuff and all kinds of things like that.
You've got a great picture on your website that flashes.
Thanks very much. It's a picture of me on a swing. You know, I was 52 years old before it ever hit me. My last name is Swinger. I should have a picture of me on a swing. I was down in Norfolk. I've got a friend who's a photographer, so we went to a playground and we were just playing around with me on the swing and ended up doing this one where I'm swinging upside down, so the whole picture's upside down. It was pretty
great.
fun. Pretty fun
Beautiful.
shot.
It's worth a visit to the website just to see that picture.
Hey, thanks very much. Visit my website. See my picture.
What else you want to play for us?
I'd like to do a lullaby for you. Is that okay?
If I can stay awake for it.
Okay. This is one that'll keep you awake. It's kind of an interesting lullaby. I grew up in Georgia, and I'd always heard of Coney Island. Seen it on TV and that kind of thing. I was really excited about Coney Island, but I never got to go there. So anytime I got hold of anything that I could read about Coney Island or study about it, I'd do that. And many, many years ago, started working on trying to create a song to sort of celebrate
Coney Island as a piece of American history. The first amusement park, the home of the hot dog. I think it plays an important place in American culture, and it's still going in a much smaller form. And then one day I came across a Smithsonian Institute magazine article about Coney Island in its heyday in the 1950s, and it gave me all the details I needed that even though I'd never been there, I get to do a little day in Coney Island. So put on your dreaming cap and come with me on a little trip to Coney Island.
Come sit down with me, little one. It's time for you to rest. You've had a lot of fun, so lay your head upon my chest. There's cotton candy on your chin. Why don't you close your eyes and dream with me a little Coney Island lullaby? Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. A little Coney Island lullaby. We took a trip to the moon today. You rode the razzle-dazzle too. Bumper cars and a steeplechase, and then we rode the loop-de-loop. We won a bear with a baseball, saw mermaids on parade. Muscle man in a frosty cup, drink ice-cold lemonade. Had a hot dog at Nathan's stand. Clear the boardwalk for the marching band. Smell the salty water and steaming clams. Had to take our shoes off and shake out the sand. Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. A little Coney Island lullaby. You hear the barker on stilted legs. Hurry, hurry, just in time. Both bizarre and unusual. For two of us was just a dime. Fire eater, the Siamese twins, Medusa and the mule-faced man. Laughing lady with her three chins, looks like Aunt Marianne. Bearded lady and the missing link. Hearts are pounding when the mummy blinked. Scream into the sunlight and shield our eyes. Blinded by the light of a 5-cent paradise. Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. A little Coney Island lullaby. Rock-a-bye, my baby, high up in the tall treetops. When those branches bend and break, the baby's bound to walk the streets of New Delhi, wonder by the wonder wheel, cover 2 miles of boardwalk, talk about how hot feet feel. Found a spot on a crowded beach and an umbrella from the sun. Nothing beats New York City like a little Coney Island fun. Built a castle in her bathing suits, people screaming from the parachutes. Down under the shadows, couples kiss. Could we have planned a more perfect day than this? Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. a penny, get your fortune told. Guess your weight or win a goldfish bowl. Crowded on the subway, the long ride back. But now it's time for both of us to hit the sack. Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. Lay your head back and dream. A little Coney Island lullaby. A little Coney Island lullaby. A little Coney Island lullaby. Thanks very much. Thank you very much. It'll only cost you a dime.
Great stuff.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Do I hear the influence of St. James Infirmary Blues in
Yeah,
there?
there's definitely some St. James. I'd played St. James many, many years, and really love that song, but it's so sad. You know, no, my baby's dead. No. And it just kind of came out, and there it was. So yeah.
Cool.
I didn't steal it. I just borrowed it, right?
Yep.
I mean, there's only so many chords. There's only 12 notes, right? Surely. We can share a little bit. Yeah. So I've been writing for a long time, right since I was a kid. I used to write really stupid stuff. You know, you are my love from up above. You are a snow white dove. Really.
Yeah, somewhere in your bio, I remember reading that you sang solo as a child.
Oh yeah. My very first performance was in the first grade. They made me sing "Away in a Manger" all by myself. You know, wrapped up in a white sheet, standing up on a table. I got through it. I didn't forget the words. I thought, this is okay. I can do this. So I was real lucky. You know, we had I sang in the church choir all my life, and school choirs whenever they had them. In high school, sang in the school choir. And then I was when I went to college, I was afraid to major in music because I was afraid the theory that I'd get too confused. I'm so right brain that I was afraid that the theory would really bog me down. So I majored in theater instead, which I also loved. But as it turned out, that really has paid off very well for performers. I see a lot of performers that really technically skilled and don't know quite how to reach out to an audience and how to do those kind of things, do those other kind of skills. So it was worthwhile. And pretty shortly after doing theater for a few years, I got back into music and have been doing that ever since, making a living for what it's worth, which is not a lot, but I'm surviving. I'm very lucky to be surviving as a musician.
Thank the Great Spirit.
Indeed, and a lot of different hats. Yeah, you trip over things. I was playing with a jug band about 11 years ago, and a campground up in Maine hired us to play for their campground once a week, and we did that for a summer. And then at the end of the summer, they came and said, well, we really can't afford to hire the jug band back, and somebody kind of grabbed me and pulled me aside, but we want you to come back next year. And so now I've been leading Sing Around the Campfires for 10 years up in Maine, and what a lot of fun it is.
That's a great
It's really
gig.
great, really great. This one campground that I do, we get about 200 people every Tuesday night, and it's different 200 people every Tuesday night, and we just have a great time, really wonderful time. I'm kind of the MC of the thing, and every time somebody asks for a song that I don't know, it's, oh, can you sing it? Get the kids up singing.
You want to plug the campground?
Do what?
You want to plug the
Oh
campground?
yeah, it's Papoose Pond Resort Campground in Waterford, Maine.
So if you're
That'll
vacationing
cost
in Maine, look
That's
up
a good
Martin on a Tuesday night.
Look up me on a Tuesday night. You can go to my website and see where I'm playing, yeah. I'm doing that one. I also do a place called Sabasco Estates, which is a very fine campground as well. Do quite a few different ones and enjoy that. And then once in a while I get to sing for grown-ups too, and I always enjoy that opportunity as well.
How about you give us another song?
Hey, I'd love to do that. May I?
Yeah.
That'd be great. This is one of the songs that I entered in Kerrville Folk Festival. You know, they have down in Texas, they have a new folk competition.
Yes,
And
it's
I
well
entered two of my simplest songs into Kerrville and got in. And I would do well to remember that fact that simple sells.
You were a New Folk finalist in what year or years?
It was 97, I think. I was a New Folk finalist. I wasn't one of the top 6 chosen, but the following year I was at the festival and watching the family entertainment, and my daughter was there with me, and she was about
7 years old at the time. She leaned over to me and says, "Dad, you're as good as those people up there. How come you're not up there?" I thought, well, okay, Jess. So I went up and talked to Rod Kennedy, and he said, "Yeah, I've got you on my list for main stage performers, and you and 300 other people." I said, "Well, I do family entertainment too." He said, "What are you doing next year?" So got me right there on the family stage. And so I've been doing family stage. I haven't made it to main stage yet. I keep working on that part. But anyway, it got me in.
The song.
So I'm very excited. But this was the song that got me in there. Rod stood backstage and sang this song with me. It's a little love song, one of the first love songs I ever wrote. Let me get my fingers going. There it is.
I want to sing you a morning song. I want to sing of birds arising. I want to sing to you of how good I feel when I wake up by your side. I want to wake up by your side. Well, it was just that way this morning, as if I'd heard some old rooster crow. My poor old heart was swaying to and fro as the sky began to glow. I was aware of your body breathing as it lay warm and next to mine. I closed my eyes and drifted back asleep, knowing this day would go fine. I want to sing you a morning song. I want to sing of birds arising. I want to sing to you of how good I feel when I wake up by your side. I want to wake up by your side. Last night I dreamt I was on a ship headed for some foreign shore. I had to jump and swim for freedom or not see you anymore. And then I landed on an island, the only land there to see. I closed my eyes and I thanked the Lord. When I woke, you were next to me. I want to sing you a morning song. I want to sing of birds arising. I want to sing to you of how good I feel when I wake up by your side. I want to sing you a morning song. I want to sing of birds arising. I want to sing to you of how good I feel when I wake up by your side. I want to wake up by your side. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh.
Thanks. Thanks very much. I wrote that love song way before I knew anything about love. I think the ignorance shows very nicely in the song.
Well, we're running short on time. It's nice to have you. Why don't you?
Thanks so much. Could we do one together?
Sure.
Is it time to do that?
Let's figure it out.
Okay.
We've got 4 minutes to go.
4 minutes. That, by the time you do some jamming, it'll work right.
Okay.
Thanks so much for having me, Ralph.
Our pleasure, Martin.
Thanks. It's a real honor.
Real pleasure to hear your music in person.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. I'll be playing at the Fall Folk Project Folk Festival in October. So it'd be a good opportunity for people up here to hear me live, or just visit my website and people can find out where and when I'm playing.
martinswinger.com.
martinswinger.com. That'll do it. I went to this festival with country music, and every band that got up there played Achy Breaky Heart. That was the year Achy Breaky Heart came out. And I came home thinking, if that guy can make that much money with a song that's that stupid, surely I can write a song that's that stupid too. And I went home and I wrote this song, and this was the other song that got me into Kerrville Folk Festival. So, like I say, sometimes it pays to be simple. It's a song called Put On Your Dancing Shoes. Push the furniture out of the room and put on your dancing shoes. All right. I know you like to rumble, I like to rock and roll. Somewhere in the middle, gonna shake it just a little and give this old body some soul. Only takes two to tango, two for the cha-cha-cha. A little do-si-do with a chicken and a crow and a whole lot of la-di-da. Here we go. Come on, put on your dancing shoes. Why don't you put on your dancing shoes? We're gonna jump it up and down, gonna shake it all around when we put on our dancing shoes. Come on, put on your dancing shoes. Why don't you put on your dancing shoes? We're gonna stomp around and wiggle, spin until we giggle when we put on our dancing shoes. Here, you're out now. Go around again now. Yee-haw! I will do the minuet now. We're gonna polka across the floor. We're gonna tap across the ceiling with a rhythm and a reel and take a break until we dance some more. Now, jazz is a smoky number. Ballet is full of class. Cajun is a dilly when we're swinging willy-nilly, and swing takes a lot of brass. So come on, put on your dancing shoes. Why don't you put on your dancing shoes? We're gonna jump it up and down, gonna shake it all around when we put on our dancing shoes. Come on, put on your dancing shoes. Why don't you put on your dancing shoes? We're gonna stomp around and wiggle, spin until we giggle when we put on our dancing shoes. Here, go around, two harmonicas. All right, yeah. Oh, we're gonna two-step down to Texas. We're gonna Charleston in Baltimore. We're gonna boogie till it's late at the good old Golden Gate. And